Recently I've taken on my very first bulking routine to try and build size, and mostly it's gone pretty well. However, I've also noticed I'm adding size in areas that I don't want to be. So I need to find a way to lean down without losing the muscle gains that I've been working to add. To help me out, I asked my brother Brendan if he'd run me through what a day's worth of eating looks like for him, as right now he's trying to shred down to 10% body fat. I want to see if I can still have filling meals that will hit my protein targets and fuel my workouts, but will also keep me in a caloric deficit. I'll also add Brendan is not the most adventurous person when it comes to food, even he will tell you that, so I'm a little bit nervous about what his version of a high protein, low calorie diet is actually going to taste like, but you never know. Sometimes people will surprise you.
So Cam has basically said he is targeting about 2,500 calories per day, which is more than I would usually consume, so I'm going to try and portion up a little bit. But I'm going to start him off with a breakfast hash. I have prepped out some mushrooms, spinach, going to chop these up really quick. And usually you don't have to cut up the spinach, but I find it just helps spread it out through the hash a little better. And I have prepped and seasoned a little bit of vegan meat. That's just going to be our starting protein. And I'm going to add roughly a 1/3 cup of frozen potatoes, seasoning them lightly with Cajun, salt, and pepper. Okay, so while that is cooking, I am going to 2 eggs into a bowl. Then I'm going to pour about 1/3 cup of egg whites. Then just a little bit of milk. I'll stir this together and add the mushrooms to my pan, followed about 2 minutes later by the spinach. So now we are going to add the eggs, a little bit more salt and pepper, and a little bit of cheese, and that will be breakfast. This pan. Everything sticks.
You just have to keep moving.
I am moving it, but I can't even get at it. Like, it's all sticking.
You have the burner very hot.
It's on medium. I should have brought my own stuff. Just a disaster.
Visually, this is probably not making it on Instagram. The moment of truth. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty solid. I think this is better than a lot of the things that I eat for breakfast normally, so. Am I gonna have the anxiety attack that you had if I try and make this too?
Let's not talk about it.
Out of 10, I'd probably give this like probably an 8.
So apparently my first meal was not Instagram approved for Cam, but while he's working at the gym, I think what I'm making next, which is some overnight oats, is going to be the most Instagram friendly dessert or snack. It's gonna be 2 half-cup scoops of oats, and you don't want the quick oats because those will get really soggy. A scoop of some vanilla protein. This stuff is actually flavored like vanilla ice cream, which tastes really good. Usually like about 1/3 of a scoop when I'm making twice the portion, and this will be enough for 2 days worth of eating. Then 2 half cups of milk. The final 2 steps are just 2 spoonfuls of chia seeds. Just make sure I don't spill these. And finally, 2 spoonfuls of plain yogurt. I generally like this Olympic brand, and these can be kind of hefty scoops. I've got room in my jar, so from here, just a matter of stirring it all together and mixing it up. And this kind of looks runny now, but when I leave it overnight, it is going to expand and thicken just a little bit, and we'll be ready by tomorrow. And you can top these off with your fruit of choice, but my favorite is always to go with strawberries.
This is oats?
That's oats, chia seed, a little bit of Greek yogurt, protein powder, and milk.
Huh. Here we go. Yo.
So?
Yo. You really outdone yourself with this one. Bro, have you tried this?
I'll try it.
Slaps.
And the second one.
Slaps. Yo, we have a banger. This is the culinary wizard here.
Oops. A lot going on in there, and it's a lot of good things.
Bro, I just dusted this. This is a 9.5 out of 10.
Okay, so it is lunchtime and I have a good feeling I'm gonna get through this with a little less panic attack than before. Also, this is gonna be a stir fry, so hopefully this pan has enough room. And I'm gonna start by adding 3 diced chicken breasts that I have pre-seasoned. So I have pre-cut a bunch of vegetables. For this, it's onion, zucchini, peppers, and some snap peas. Going to add onions first. And once the chicken pretty much is all the way cooked through, I'll just throw in the other things and they'll saute for about 3 to 5 minutes. What I really like about this meal, when you compare it to a lot of other stuff that you will see that is high protein or shredding diets, is there's a lot of added sweeteners or stuff that you kind of pull out of a package that's, you know, the high protein version of maple syrup or peanut butter. And you can kind of just look at this dish and be like, yeah, this is a bunch of vegetables, a bunch of chicken, definitely getting something healthy. The only slightly bagged thing that's going to be added is the cauliflower rice. It's a pretty fast meal. It's probably gonna take me, with prep, 25 minutes, but 3 to 4 meals coming out of this one dish. The last thing I'm gonna be adding is a 1/4 cup of sweet and sour sauce, and I'm gonna eyeball in some hot sauce until this meal has a little bit of kick to it.
So I'm realizing this is probably the easiest video I've ever had to make. I just eat food and Brendan slaves away making it all, so taste test. Yeah, it's pretty good. This one, it's pretty good. I feel like maybe like a 6.5 out of 10. It's okay. It's like a positive 6.5. It's not like 6.5 I feel like has bad associations. This is pretty good.
For the final meal of the day, we are going to be making turkey burgers with a quinoa salad as well as a spinach salad with some strawberries on it. It's gonna be pretty fast to make, I hope. A lot of it is prepped and stuff that I generally like to prep ahead of time so I can just pull it out of the fridge and start making it. I have already mixed the ground turkey. Like, obviously you'd have to do this on the day, but since I've already made a video where I talk about this ground turkey recipe, you can just check that out. This is how it's been mixed. And while those are cooking, I'm going to prep the quinoa salad. I usually don't measure the exact portions on this, but I would ballpark this is about a 1/2 cup of cooked quinoa. I'm topping this with some pre-cooked chicken from the fridge, dried cranberries, and finally just gonna crush a couple walnuts on top, and when it is ready to serve, I will add just a little bit of feta cheese. The spinach salad, if I can even call it that, is 1 handful of spinach that I'm topping with fresh strawberries. It's incredibly basic, but it's one of my favorite ways to make a bunch of spinach palatable really quickly. Prepping the turkey burgers took about 5 minutes to cut the onion, jalapeno, and just add the seasoning. Once they got on the pan though, this whole meal was ready in under 10 minutes, and it's time to see if Cam likes it.
What should I eat first?
Try the quinoa salad.
Quinoa salad it is. Let's do it. That's good. A little crunch with the walnuts. A little sweet with the cranberry. That's nice. So let's do the burg. Cheers. That's also nice. I really like this one. I rate this like a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, this one's tight. Overall, I feel like I'm taking away some good meal ideas. I've felt full. Things tasted good. Lots of protein, lots of nutrients. Like what more do you want really? Also the overnight oats, I cannot state enough, slaps. They're so good. Take the recipe, try it. I'm gonna keep that for the entirety of my life. I'm gonna pass that down from generation to generation into my family. What a good day. Brendan, thank you. You're a great personal chef. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna keep eating this.